Choose your hero.
Hello friends, Wraith-Night is upon us. I am Jasu Bakuhatsu, and yeah, we're going to be playing the new Wraith-Night mode that was just recently added to Dota 2 temporarily, just sort of a special event they're running over the holiday season. Oh, we've got a CM on our team, I don't like that. But okay, let's see what we can,
5 seconds
how we
remaining.
can pick something that'll help our team out. I'm going to go with the Omniknight. I've played almost all of the characters in this mode before. I think I've played, actually I think I have played everyone at this point. I've been playing a fair bit of this, and yeah, I think I like Omniknight. It's pretty much always guaranteed that he'll be useful on any team that you have. So what is Wraith-Night? Well, this is essentially a horde mode or type thing, where it's a cooperative game type where you're essentially teamed up with some other players, and it's just one team, like I said, purely cooperative. And yeah, you're trying to defend the Wraith King in the center here, as well as your towers. Basically, enemies will come through on each of the 4 corners of the map. They'll spawn from there and try to attack you in the center. And yeah, what you have to do is defend against their onslaught. And actually, I think this is for a regular game. I don't know if I want these items, but okay, this is actually a waste, but I will actually get a couple of these. And yeah, I think actually Soul Ring is a good choice, just because it's difficult to have the mana to do things in the early game. So, right. I was not paying attention. I thought that they... So a lot of this does get... Like, I didn't bother picking up healing or my standard nuke skill at the start, just because I've, like I said, I've played this a lot. I kind of know what's coming up, and I know that I won't be needing the healing at this point, if anything. And especially because early in the game you don't have the mana to really sustain a lot of spell casting. So I just kind of took the degen aura to limit the amount of damage I take on my hero at level 1. And so, yeah, the way you earn gold in this game is that enemies will drop it on once you kill them, and you have to go and collect it. As you can see here, gold is shared among all of your teammates. So, yeah, there's no typical sort of Dota stuff where you're trying to, you know, give all the gold to your carry and, you know, basically, you don't have to worry at all about who's getting farmed. Gold is shared among all of your teammates, and everyone gets all of the gold that gets collected by everyone. The only thing you need to really worry about is, yeah, of course, to make sure that you're picking up every gold bag that you possibly can, because they do fade away after a little while. And like I said, this first wave is very easy. It'll get a bit trickier later on. In fact, ooh, Sven seems to be having some trouble. There are different game modes. Yeah, I was not expecting our dudes to get this low in round 1. Oh yeah, enemies will drop salves as well, and you see we've got a new type of salve.
Radiant structures are
The greater clarity. Looks like... Okay, we've got 2 down there, so I think I can go over to this side. Okay, that's that taken care of. And yeah, you really teamwork as usual. And actually, enemies don't really cast spells a lot in this mode, so I'm actually gonna skip repel and just be maxing my pass. It's useful for blocking a few spells that get cast later in the game. But just to start things off, I think it's better off. You're better off with the passive. Oh yeah, there's new items in this mode as well. Why are there observer boards? That's stupid. Don't buy observer boards in this game mode. But yeah, we've got some new items. Improved arcane boots too, which is basically just an upgrade to the arcane boots by another what's it called? By another mana orb. And you can upgrade those so they give you double the mana on activation. There's an upgrade to the tranquil boots as well that has an active that gives you basically heals your team in an AoE. It's a channeled skill, and actually that was a waste of mana. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I see it. Okay, and yeah, this is where things get a bit tricky. That big zombie there is going to explode once. So yeah, I actually don't want to hit Drow Ranger there with the heal. And actually, I should try to help out CM as much as possible. I've played her before, and as far as I can tell, she seems really terrible in this game mode. Okay, there's an Undying. Here's where things get interesting. So yeah, apart from just the regular kind of standard jungle creeps, you will be seeing some heroes here. They aren't unique. You'll see like a bunch of Undyings. Undying is sort of just a hero type that you sort of come across in this... Oh. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he just killed... And so that's... Yeah, this is a perfect time to explain another aspect of this game, which is, yeah, the way you resurrect your teammates is you just go next to them and you channel for a bit. The more allies you have channeling, the faster your buddies... Oops, wrong key. And... So yeah, that's the way. Oh, you do get runes occasionally as well. They are timed. But they do... Oops, oh, I missed the Undying there. That was dreadful. So yeah, the thing with the runes, though, is they'll... it pretty much works the same as the regular game, where if you don't grab a rune, it'll just stay there forever, which can be bad, because definitely there are some runes in this game type that are more useful than others. Especially the invisibility runes are essentially... They can be situationally useful if, say, you're getting chased around and in danger, and if you're in imminent danger of dying, a clutch... Whoops, oh... Yeah, I'm being a pretty bad Omniknight. I wasn't expecting my team to be having this much trouble this early on in the game, but... yeah, definitely need to be better about getting on top of keeping my allies good and healthy. In fact, how's Axe doing? Yeah, Axe is the one dude I might expect to have taken a bit of damage at this point, since his whole game is basically just based around tanking enemies. Okay. Evidently, in the beta version, or back when this game mode was on the test client, oh yeah, you get bonus gold for however many towers have survived as well, which is fine. The kills is just, again, sort of irrelevant. You don't gain anything for having the most golds, or the most kills, since gold is shared. And also, yeah, so these fragments I'm earning at the end of the round, that's sort of your reward for participating in this mode. The further you get, the more fragments you get, and the way it works is you redeem those fragments for various items. I think you need like 2,000 of the purple fragments and like 5,000 of the light blue ones. And yeah, you get an item. And then there's a much more expensive tier of items you can get as well that yes, I actually don't know the items you can get yet. I haven't redeemed mine. It takes quite a long time to earn up enough shards to actually get an item. It's actually a bit disappointing in that regard, but oh well. And okay, and there's also a special thing. The way they're sort of making money off this is you can't actually earn the light blue shards unless you buy a special item from the Dota store, or whatever they call it, the workshop. And yeah, once you buy that item, then you get 500 minutes, or you can, not 500 minutes of play, that is, where, yeah, you're able to collect those light blue shards, and you also gain a bonus. Your whole team gains bonus shards as well when you have that item equipped. It's similar to the, very, very similar to the gift items you can get. Or, no, the battle bonus I'm thinking of, where you, give experience to all of your allies in regular games. It's similar to that item. It only costs $1, so I got one just with some of the cash I had lying around from the items I sold in my Steam wallet. Oops, oh, I should have waited. In fact, so how are my allies doing? Okay, now that I've got my ultimate, I really need to be much more... Oops, CM's in a bit of trouble. Okay, how's everyone doing? Yeah, I think this is where things get a bit tough, is starting this round. I have occasionally lost games starting in this round, so sort of the best way to deal with these, the more difficult waves, most of the time, is to kite the enemies into the center, and then just ring around the rosy with them. Oh, I should have given my allies mana. I didn't even... I'm kind of bad at this still. It's really dangerous to be tapping your... Oh, I have potions, though. I can use those. Yeah, these big guys have some special abilities that can be quite difficult to avoid. And yeah, it will stun you and deal big damage. So that big wind-up swing right there that CM just got nailed by. Okay, we're all good. Yeah, I'll just point out those shards once they come up again. We're doing fairly well this round, I think. Is CM started on the mech? Doesn't look like it. That's actually a decent pickup for her, actually, now that I think of it. And the one way to make CM viable in here might be to give her a, yeah, an Aghanim Scepter. So, yeah, the Shining Fragments there, you only earn if you buy that $1 item from the store. And then that'll let you earn fragments for your next 500 minutes of play. That 500 minutes only ticks down... Oh, I hate this wave. So there are different difficulty modes that you can play on... Oh shit, he interrupted my heal. Yeah, there are a few different difficulty modes. I'm playing on the easiest one. I think you might need to... I think you might need to beat the easier modes once to unlock them. That was really dumb of me. Okay, or you know, okay. That was a bit of a mistake there. I thought you might have died. So, oh yeah, another difference in this mode between, yeah, this and the regular mode, apart from the additional items that it gives you, also some of the hero's skills have been changed up a bit as well. And yeah, you probably didn't notice there since nothing really important was going on. But Omniknight's ultimate, I think all of Omniknight's skills are the same here. Or the radius of his degen aura is increased, which makes it a lot more useful for dealing with big crowds of enemies. And also, his ultimate has been improved. I'm not going to keep it on screen long enough for you to be able to read it. But basically, it summons units next to your allies every time you use it. So each ally will have like 2 or 3 guardian angels spawn next to them when you use Omniknight's ultimate in this mode. I think we're still at the point here where we don't quite need to be leveling up. Oh, these Slarks are a huge pain. Okay. Yeah, Omniknight's decent for like nuking small groups of creeps in the early game, but later on, as the damage on his heal doesn't scale too well into the late game. It's a bit like the regular game in that regard. You definitely want to have a carry who will probably not help you out too much in the early rounds, but eventually as you get items on them, they'll really be able to take down some of the bigger enemies that you see in the later rounds. And you start seeing that as early as this round, or the previous round with those big ogres. Yeah, it looks like I'm getting a big boost, so it looks like a few people probably have that item here. It's only $1. Most people who play a lot of Dota probably have that in their Steam wallet just by selling items that they get from playing Dota. Oh, this yeah, around this point is when the rounds start getting a bit trickier. These guys will spawn tree ants just like that unless you deal with them quickly. And, oh yeah, oh, that means there's one of these guys. So these are the kinds of guys I'm talking about. You'll see more of those types of big, stompy enemies that you kind of... Typically, you need the whole team there to gang up and do something about them. Let's see, Sven's doing alright, or is he? Okay, looks like there's a fair amount of dudes here. This game gets really crazy once you get onto the high difficulty modes. Yeah, you can select, I think after you beat it the first time, you can start selecting, you can start on the so-called New Game Plus, which is the hard difficulty mode, and then the New Game Plus Plus after that. Okay, let's, again, I gotta be checking to see how my allies do it. We might have a better team comp for this anyways. Maybe I just didn't know what to do with Crystal Maiden, or maybe it's just that people are, you know, this game's been out for a while, or this game mode's been out for a while now, and people are kind of getting better, kind of figure out how to play it correctly and all that good stuff. So yeah, oftentimes it used to be when I was playing. I played a whole lot of this just yesterday when it was first released, and you ended up in a lot of situations where you'd end up dying in like the third or fourth round just because teammates just plain don't know what they're doing or how to correctly play this mode. Yeah, you can see here my nukes are no longer really doing a huge... I'm not able to clear creep waves on my own, essentially, at this point. So yeah, it's mainly about keeping your allies healed up, trying to keep people from dying. Actually, very similar to the regular Omniknight play in just a regular game at Dota. Oh, okay, there's some asshole down here spawning tree ants. I think I want to take care of him. And yeah, it sort of ends up being kind of a snowball-y situation. Oh, no pun intended, sorry. Yeah, where the better you do, the easier it is to do well. Just on account of the better you do, the more gold bags you get. And yeah, the way you get, or the more gold you get, the more towers that survive, the more you're on top of grabbing gold bags, which you mainly do through map control. Yeah, the more of that goes on, the more gold you'll have, the better items you'll have, and the more, yeah, the easier it will be as you get into the later rounds. I think Shiva's would be good, unless Axe is building it. He could be, but I think it's more likely that... Oh, I didn't think of that. Okay. Vlad's won't give you lifesteal, but, sure. Has anyone else got a Bassi, though? CM could do it better, actually. Wait, was that... I thought I saw an Aquila. That was... Okay, yeah, whatever. Okay, I can do that. If my team wants it. Oh, right, and yeah, this is the boss. I think there are basically, yeah, 2 or 3 bosses that you fight in this game mode. You start with one big wave of spiders, but after that, it's mainly dealing... Okay, at least should actually be looking more at my allies than myself.
It's not time.
Okay, yeah, we need some AoE over here to deal with these eggs. The main way you deal with this round is to deal with the eggs, because they will hatch into multiple spiders. Yeah, see, just like that, you get a bunch of spiders out of each egg, so we really need some AoE over here to deal with these eggs. Okay, and yeah, the key to this boss fight, I know I heard that a lot of people had trouble with this one for some reason. Personally, I never have in any of the runs I've gone through this game mode. I don't know if maybe they nerfed this boss since the test client. Since this game was on the test client, but maybe it's just some teams do better than others, but I've always found this to be one of the easiest rounds after the first one. Oh, I thought I could get some eggs there. Yeah, really got to take care of these eggs. And actually, the best AoE we have here against these eggs is really Drow and CM, who aren't really... In fact, I didn't see CM cast any... Oh, it's because she has no mana. I need to be better about, yeah... using my mana boots as well. So many items to keep track of in the Dota. Okay, that's good. And I don't think I saw any eggs being laid there. Okay, I'm taking a bit of damage. Yeah, it's just... Basically, big, stompy, single targets tend to be not what... Most teams don't have trouble dealing with those kinds of things, because pretty much every hero in this mode has CC. I didn't comment on it, but you also probably saw how few heroes you have to choose from in this mode. Probably for a couple reasons, that is. One, many heroes show up as enemies in this game type, so yeah, it makes sense that those wouldn't show up and be selectable in this mode. And also, just balance, I guess, is another reason. Like, it seems like they had to rework some of these heroes in order to have them properly balanced. And what's Axe building? Looks like... What? Okay, oh, is that... I'm still bad with what items build into, so this will be... Okay, so yeah, that will be an AC he's getting there. So let's get ourselves a plate mail. Oh, this is a nasty round. Oh, I forgot. I should have got my yeah. This is the round where you start wanting your repel here, because that fire breath does a shit ton of damage. So you want to be putting that on your allies to make sure that just basically to cast it on allies to keep them from getting. Oh, he had a regen there, so that was pointless. Oh, these Leshraks casting stuns too. Let's see. Okay, Sven might be in a bit of trouble. Be ready with the mech. Here we go, a lot of gold here. Our team seems to be working together too well. In my experience, the teams that I've had that have done the best in this are oh shit, that was my bad. I really dropped the ball there. I didn't drop the ball twice there, it seems. Yeah, you can see the stun coming up, so it's really... Okay, I'm just gonna tank this here. Oh, he's... CM... Oh, he stunned me before I could... Shit. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of dropping the ball here. Again, I don't use voice chat, so that's probably a strong indicator to my allies that I suck at this. Okay, definitely need to be on top of this shit. Much, much better. Oh, that was way easier than usual. That's another round where I often lose attempts. Yeah, it seems like I have a really good team, I guess. I guess I just don't know how to play CM. In fact, yeah, you pretty much have to build her in some sort of DPS role in order to make her effective, since she only has one good AoE skill and one single target skill. That's kind of crappy for this mode, really. Oh, you know what? I should probably get drums. Is anyone getting drums? Because, yeah, the movement speed, like I said, kiting mobs is a big factor in this game mode. So, yeah, the Swift Sora can really help out in that regard. Sand King is actually another hero in this mode that I think is just almost completely worthless. He really doesn't have the mana to cast his spells as much as he wants, and his spells that he does have just aren't very useful. Compare that to Omniknight, who has pretty much all of his skills are just excellent for this game mode. Or, yeah, Repel even becomes extremely useful.
Does everyone have to group up for this stage?
Yes, that is correct. Okay. These guys know what they're doing.
Alright.
Because, yeah, the golems kind of come out slowly, but they split a lot, and the small ones do a... I don't know why I hate hearing the repetition of that phrase when it occurs. Seems like a common one, too. But anyways, yeah. In fact, I'm not going to have any mana problems, so I might as well just... fill up the drow there. She does have the CM thing. Yeah, I don't think they gave Crystal Maiden. Yeah, pretty much want to save my heals for kind of rescuing allies, so I'm just not going to be using my mana here. Maybe they've rebalanced this since yesterday or something, I don't know, or maybe everyone's just getting better. I don't know, this is just way easier than it, yeah, typically has been with most of the times I've tried. Yeah, yesterday it was, like, very unusual that I'd even... Or I guess most rounds I'd make it about this far with pretty much any team. I'd lose the odd round to like the earlier rounds before the spiders, but yeah, in general we usually make it this far, but usually it's a lot more difficult. Might have to give New Game Plus a shot this time around, since yeah, we're really having an easy time with this here. I made it to New Game Plus once with a team I had. They were a 4-man stack. That was yeah, voice chatting and communicating constantly, and seemed to have very good handle on how to play this mode, even better than me, really. I played Omniknight there again. It was, yeah, really fantastic hero in this game type.
Your top tower is under attack.
Okay. Yeah, in fact, I don't think we've lost a tower yet. This is like the first time I've ever seen this happen. This is absolutely nuts. Yeah, we've kind of passed the stage in the game where Purification really becomes all that useful as a DPS skill. It really doesn't matter anymore whether or not I'm using it to hit enemies. It's mainly about sustaining your allies once you get this far into the game. Oh wow, they're still dropping those crappy potions at this point that are are probably no good for anyone, and I think I might have accidentally... That happens to me all the time. Sometimes just for no good reason I decide to
Pretty close
attack
to getting
click.
Jasu probably by the next round.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, this is definitely... Actually, this is... So the biggest problem I've had in the past is basically teammates picking crappy heroes, and that would be the reason why we lose in the early rounds. In fact, I've never made it this far with a CM.
Would you guys want to do the New Game Plus, or...?
You don't get many things in there, do you?
There is a problem with New
You
Game
get
Plus, though. Is
25% more if you go New Game Plus, and then 40% more if you go to Plus Plus.
Thank you. That is, yes. You get a little bit extra gold
Yeah. It's
in...
hard. So
Yes, it is
that's what I'm
very
saying,
hard.
Like, we could just keep on doing regular.
That so there is a trade-off there, and the main problem with the new game...
Super important in that mode, though. New Game Plus.
the main problem with new game...
40 gold bag or something.
You guys actually, after I keep the game audio low down, you guys probably won't even be able to hear the voice chat. So, yeah, you gain basically in New Game Plus. You end up the game becomes harder in a lot of ways. Mainly, you end up having to deal with a lot more enemies. I believe they might do extra damage as well. I'm not sure about that, but you definitely have a lot more enemies to contend with in New Game Plus, and especially in New Game Plus Plus, which is yeah, just crazy amounts of enemies.
Like, there's no point to put two tanks together, you know?
And so yeah, that's one thing that happens. The thing is, you don't... So the rounds take a lot longer, and they're a lot more difficult. And yeah, it's definitely a much bigger time investment to play
Your top tower
the New Game Plus mode. The problem is that you don't earn any extra fragments for doing it. So in terms of just farming fragments as fast as you can, there is no reason whatsoever to be playing New Game Plus or Plus Plus. There is, yeah, just no benefit. If you want to be farming fragments as fast as you can, then you just always want to be...
If someone tanks them, I can pop my ulti and kind of kill them all.
Yeah, the tanks need to stop following me.
Okay.
Tanks, there's no point. Okay, you can...
It really would have been good to have some DPS on the Ursa here. Yeah, the Ursa is like a huge problem, especially if you've got sort of melee-based, mostly melee-based carries on your team. You really can't stand up toe-to-toe to him no matter what items you have at this point. He just does way too much sustained damage. And so the remedy for that, of course, is Omniknight's ulti. So you really want to make sure that you're in position to be getting a lot of damage on the Ursa, the hero Ursa, that is, when
They're the last ones.
you pop the Omniknight ulti. You really want to use that window of invulnerability with the ulti to take down those Ursas, because they do just ridiculous physical damage otherwise.
Alright, I got Dusty later.
And I've got Shiva's. This ring isn't doing too much for me at this point. Oh, he's got Shiva's too.
That's probably...
I thought for sure he was going AC. Oh, I guess that was just a component of his... Okay, Sven's got AC, so that's fine. That's probably what happened. Conflict, they both were building
Get like
AC.
to 2500 of the shining crystals.
Okay.
This match.
Okay, this is our second boss, where we got double pudges. Double giant pudges. So the way to do this is you really want to focus one down before the other.
Don't ultimate, oh my god. Use ultimate.
And another important thing is you want to definitely be able to interrupt his ulti, because it will kill you for sure.
That's a pretty good hook. I can't.
The hook is really slow though, so it's not too hard to avoid. Oh shit! Oh fuck! This is going unusually badly. Okay. Ah, fucking hell.
I got you, bro.
Okay, there we go. That'll help us do a little bit. Oh, want to get the... That was actually bad timing on the ulti there, because now we have to waste our ulti grabbing... Although it does occupy... I guess the Guardian Angels keep him occupied. And as you can see, if you haven't noticed already, the Guardian Angels are actually just creeps. Slow on the button draw there.
Yeah, sorry, I frosted a bit too early.
Oh, it's magic damage. Oh, I should be repelling that then. That's my bad. Yeah, I could have saved my allies a bunch of times there if I'd have been repelling on the Pudge. For some reason, I always thought Pudge's ulti was physical damage, but I guess I was wrong. Okay, yeah, we definitely want something to replace this Soul Ring. Radiance would be not bad, actually. Do we have one? Or it actually would be kind of bad at this stage in the game. Oh, Divine Rapier is also a very good item in this game, since, in my opinion, kind of OP, actually, since the enemies can't pick up your Divine Rapier, so you just buy the Divine Rapier, and if you drop it, then one of your allies picks it up. So it's, yeah, great item for this game mode. Oh yeah, this is kind of an easy wave. I don't think I've ever died against this one, or ever lost to this wave, but it is just kind of annoying. You'll see the gimmick in a second, and this is where repel, yeah, really need to be on the ball with the repels here, as you'll see why in a moment. Oh, I missed it. Okay, I fucked that up. So that was bad. Yeah, these gyrocopters will be shooting missiles constant. Whoops! Oh, I almost clicked that. That was close. These gyrocopters will be shooting homing missiles constantly, and they do a crap ton of damage. They can like one-shot a hero that isn't built, that hasn't built like any sort of tank items. Like if you're trying to go pure support in this mode and just not have any survivability type. Okay, although it does work. The missiles do work. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, but yeah, it does work the same as normal. You can stop the missiles before... You can attack the missiles to stop them before they hit your allies. And yeah, these gyrocopters become a big problem in the long term, so I think I actually do want to be chasing this guy. And the purification... Oh, shit. And that missile's probably been, yeah, going for a long time, so... Okay, I guess I really did need to be next to my allies, because... Man, these guys are... Oh, did I activate that regen? I think I might have. Shit. Okay, no, I didn't. Okay, going all right. How's Drow doing? Oh, that's a missile. Oh, that's me. Okay, and yeah, I want to be just following these guys around. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's a pretty easy wave. It can be really difficult, especially if you don't get the gyros under control. They can just be spamming missiles all through the fight, and you just keep tanking missiles. The thing is, you have no threats to your tower, really, on that wave. The Clockworks will just run right past your outer towers and just try to rush the inner ones, which is, yeah, and they won't bother your heroes at all. So it's like the Clockworks sort of bum rush the inner towers, and the gyros fire missiles constantly, which is annoying, but you're pretty much never gonna lose. Like, the gyros missile isn't enough DPS to wipe out your team, and the Clockworks, there certainly aren't enough of them to really seriously threaten your towers. This wave can be a bit difficult. At this point in the game... Oh, shit. Oops. Oh, I did... Okay. Fucked that up. That's what can happen in this mode. That's how you fuck up this mode, is you end up with 2 heroes dead as a result of poor positioning. Yeah, and you end up with 2 heroes dead with bad positioning on the Frost... Or the... Is it Frost Nova? Or, I forget exactly what it's called. But yeah, the Chain Frost, that's it. Oh man. Okay, and yeah, that's why I'm really staying really far back, because I just can't... You know what, I think it's time to get the Radiance. Yeah. Kind of a bit late for it, since we'll be up against the final boss soon. Oh right, you've got the AAs on this map, or on this wave as well. That'll just launch their ultis all over the place and be kind of a pain. Kind of similar to the gyrocopters in that regard. They don't really engage your heroes or anything like that. They'll just kind of float around the outsides and occasionally throw off AA ultis at your dudes, which is really irritating, but not really terribly dangerous. Oh yeah, Radiance is definitely past the point where it's really terribly effective tool for clearing waves. So, oops, no, I want this guy. Okay, that was close. If she'd have gotten too much closer, we could have gotten Chain Frosted to death. Okay, how's everyone doing? Healthy? Happy? Ooh, let's go up here. So actually, if I were to refine this build, I think, yeah, definitely Radiance before Shiva's. Shiva's, the attack slow, the, yeah, just mainly the freezing aura is much more effective, I think, on the later waves, where you have a bunch of enemies auto-attacking you, where having a bunch of enemies auto-attack you is a lot more dangerous. So yeah, definitely move the Shivas to later in the build. Honestly, frankly, I think the Vlads should come later as well. Okay, that worked out. But yeah, definitely if you are getting the Radiance, definitely get it earlier in the game. In fact, would it be a good first item on Omni after, or mechanism you definitely want as early as possible, because that definitely the effectiveness of that severely. Oh, I haven't been using my drums either. That's bad of me.
Yeah, same here.
Okay, and yeah, this is it, the final boss. So the whole. So what is the point of this whole Wraith-Night thing? I haven't really explained. So, Skeleton King is a hero in Dota that was...
Just to get more jump charges.
Basically, yeah, all of the heroes in Dota were based on different
Constant jump charges, then.
different character models from Warcraft 3, one of them being Skeleton King. And so a lot of the lore of Dota is also borrowed from Warcraft. And yeah, so in the transition between Dota and Dota 2, Valve has really been having to go back and sort of fix up a lot of the holdovers from the Blizzard Dota days. And one of the things is, yeah, the Skeleton King was an obvious reference to the Skeleton King from Diablo in the original Dota. And so they kept him as Skeleton King in Dota 2 for quite a while, but apparently now they've decided that that shit just won't fly anymore. So they sort of rebranded Skeleton King, and yeah, basically redone him now as the Wraith King, and as sort of a big commemoration of the event, kind of a cute piece of flavor, I guess you could call it. Yeah, they've done a big event for this to sort of keep the change from Skeleton King to Wraith King kind of making sense in the context of the Dota lore, I guess you could call it. By the way, there are tombstones in this third phase of the fight that will spawn wraiths, and then they sort of all rush towards the Wraith King and heal him if they make it that far. So yeah, you want to keep those under control, typically with your best single target DPS hero. Have the rest engage the Wraith King. And then, yeah, having a lot of attack speed slow is fantastic for this. You defeated! Nice little Dark Souls reference there. And I think, let's try New Game Plus. I'm gonna call the video here, but yeah. So that's, and yeah, I'll finish talking about sort of Wraith-Night and what it's all about there. But yeah, next time, New Game Plus. How will it go? We'll see. But until then, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a second.